Guys, welcome back to the channel. Whenever I watch football, I like to make a video talking about it. It's been a couple days over here, but thanks for clicking on this one. We're talking Barcelona today. I know you guys say I talk too much about this team. I don't know, man. I watch this team the most, so I like to talk about them. This season, at least, I watched them so much. Now, I had the Madrid game on in the background. Madrid, they were up against Sevilla with 2 red cards, and they got it done. Mbappe did well at the end. Jude had the tap in at the end as well, so they got away with that one. The league is over. You're asking me, why am I still making a video if this league is over, right? Well, because I watch the best player in the world, right? Every week, because it's must-watch entertainment. It's like Neymar in his prime. I used to go on like a legal channel to get the Brazil league because it wasn't on my cable on like a Reddit stream to watch Neymar play because it was just what I needed to do. This Yamal guy, we're going to talk about 2 things today. The first thing we're going to talk about is just overall the game, the flow of the Barcelona game. Villarreal, they game plan this game very well. They did really well. You definitely saw the lack of extra effort from Barcelona. Yes, they controlled the game. But to me, in terms of the players out there, really just for Lamine and Yamal, I mean, when Pedri comes out of this team, the team is not nearly as good. So Pedri is very important. I don't understand how people still at this point don't rate him. You can see the second half when he comes out. There is a massive difference. And guys, last point about the Barcelona team. I'm just going to say this. Obviously, Lewandowski, not really much today from him. It's what you expect. He's still coming back from injury. I think it's time to move on from Ter Stegen. I know there's going to be some Barcelona fans that maybe you don't want to hear that. I don't think they can continue with him. It's just my opinion. I've watched a couple games now with him. I don't know. I don't like it. I don't like it for sure. Especially the last goal they conceded. Like, he slipped, and, then he got back up, and there was just no effort. So, look, Villarreal did well today. The league is over. While we're really here is we're going to talk about Lamine Yamal, okay? Just 2 things, man. If you haven't seen this inverse compilation, there's a guy on TikTok or Twitter that basically he inverted Yamal's foot to be a righty. And he said, who do you think this is? Like, what do you see? And I was like, yo, this looks like Neymar. It's crazy. If you watch Lamine Yamal, they AI inverted him or whatever they did, and he's playing on his right. It's crazy. It's crazy how similar they look, and he's 17. Okay? The kid's hunger to go out there and be great, I love it. There's people that are saying he's going to be tired, he's going to get injured. Guys, Lamine Yamal, to me, we watch Messi, Ronaldo. They had such a lucky time throughout their career and their primes of everything of not getting injured. Lamine Yamal, look, he does not look like he's made of glass. We've seen him through a full season. He's not picked up too many injuries really at all, right? And he just looks like, knock on wood, he's got that in him where he's going to just have an amazing career. People are throwing Robin, because, you see this type of goal, and everyone jumps to the Robin, which, look, this is now Lamine Yamal's signature goal, right? And there's not a lot you can do against it. You can see it like, look in the top right. Look at Inter Milan. It's just at this point, how do you defend this, right? The keeper could cheat for sure, but Yamal, he's 17. He does this to that level, guys. You don't even understand how much these players, in terms of their skill set and their ability, develop in the next couple of years. Like, it's exponential how much better he's going to get. And I don't think people are actually deep diving that. The improvement of so many players from 17 to 18 to 19 to 20 to 21 to 22 as they mature and understand the game more. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, guys. I don't think we all have any idea of what Lamine Yamal is going to eventually be like. Because right now when we watch him, we see him as Arjen Robben. Like, already. Like, not even just comparisons. Like, what we see him doing. 3 players against him. He gets to his left whenever he wants. And then we watch him do some of the dribbles. I mean, guys, I tweeted out, if you saw, I can't show you for the copyright. He had one play today. He does this thing where he lures in the guy for the cut-in and on the right, and he splits him. If Lamine Yamal didn't hit the post or the crossbar as many times as he has this season, I think he would have 10 or 12 more goals. I think I've seen him hit the post like 10 times, especially after he's dribbled like 4 or 5 players. So the goals he's scoring, they keep getting better and better. I don't even know if he's scored a bad goal all season. It's just, it's mesmerizing to watch. He's at this point, guys, so much better than everybody else in the world. I'm sorry, because I watched this Barcelona game today. I'm not sure if I mentioned this video because I had to redo a part of it. It reminds me of when Real Madrid last season, and it's a completely different player. They were passing the ball to Toni Kroos to essentially attack every single play. They were going through Toni every time last season, more than they had ever had gone through on Real Madrid, where he would drop off on the diagonal, and then he would play a diagonal every time, and then he would play it out to Vinny or Rodrigo, and then they would go. it's not that Barcelona is one dimensional, but watching this game today, it's like they just pass into Yamal. They don't even care if there's 3 players on him. We get to a point at the end where Rafinha misses a free kick, but like, what the hell are these defenders even meant to do at this point when we watch this? Because when they try to defend him, Lamine Yamal, he went for a cut in around the 90th minute, try to cut inside, and like he just is so quick in the slight moments. He's so agile that he just gets fouled. So if you want to defend him and stop him, he gets fouled. And the thing that makes him, for me, guys, and I say this every time we talk about Yamal, and I have to react to him today, guys, because look, I think he just got man of the match in a game that they lost, and I felt like he did what he could. He is so unique in his ability because I don't see Yamal as just a winger. That's what's so unique about him. You look at some of these amazing players, bro. Neymar, the players he's being compared to, Robin. I think Lamine Yamal is going to end up being a better playmaker than any of these comparisons we see. I still think it's Lamine Yamal's greatest ability. The amount of times today the back post player, for example, Rafinha, is completely marked in the situation when he's cutting inside. The defender on the fullback is not cheating, and he will just float a perfect ball to that either the defender has to head it out for a corner, or whoever is in that position on Barcelona takes a perfect touch. I'm mesmerized by this kid's ability, guys, because he's so not one-dimensional. That's what I'm trying to say. So, they can put 3 players on him. But, guys, the thing is, these teams are struggling against Yamal. And I know a lot of people are watching it saying, why doesn't some guy just double mark him and they just brute force physical beat him up? Why don't they just do that? Well, guys, the thing is, you can't overcheat because the way this kid sees the game. There's many times he cuts inside. The keeper will start to cheat. Center backs will start to cheat. We saw it today a couple of times where then he'll play that low pass diagonal for, a player like Firmino or Lewandowski making that diagonal run. So, look, Barcelona ultimately, guys, I'm going to say this. Barcelona have the chance to be like the most great team in the world for the next 5 to 10 years. But it is going to be up to Barcelona to surround Lamine Yamal with the right players around him. It's going to be very up to them because I still think they need to add probably in at least, maybe not next season. They could still roll with what they got this year if everyone's healthy. But I still think they need to add, eventually they will have to get a striker. I still think Firmino is a bit better under the striker. They will need to add just more depth to this side. And, because you have a situation where, we're not going to say he's the next Messi or anything. But look, he's by far the best 17-year-old anyone has ever seen. All right. They need to lock in and surround him with as many good players as they can going forward. And look, it's crazy because, we get to the point of the season where I think I'm not going to talk about Barcelona anymore. And I'm sitting here because I have to watch every Yamal game. And now this kid, he's playing with the craziest confidence, guys. And I'm telling you right now, I watch him on the couch. You guys can see when a player really fucking wants it, bro. Like, I could tell Lamine Yamal, he wants it, dude. Some guys go out there, they collect a check. It's business for them. I'm telling you right now, I know this kid from my couch wants to be so great. You could just see it. And, something I really respect about him, he lives for the big matches, bro. I mean, I'm already starting to eye this game on the calendar, this June 5th game. This Nations League semifinal, guys, against France. Don't be surprised with how good Spain are as well. Yes, France are very good. Don't be surprised if Lamine Yamal just does some crazy shit in this game. I'm telling you, nobody can defend this guy. We are at the point where nobody can defend him. He is undefendable, in my opinion, at this point. I've seen so many instances. They have athletic club, and then, he will get like, a little time, and then training camp for, practice, whatever, for this with the national team, and then there might be a final. Guys, look, I feel like at this point, yes, we have a PSG Inter Milan Champions League final. I'm not even, because people mislabel me. Like, I like watching Barcelona because I think they play amazing football. I'm not a Barcelona fan. I am rooting for this kid, Lamine Yamal, bro, because I love everything about him. And at this point, I'm just so disappointed that he's not in a Champions League final. And I'll say why. Because if he was, every single big match I've watched recently that Lamine Yamal is playing, he's been by far the best player in the game. Do we even have to talk about all the matches this season, right? Where, yes, Mbappe on the other side, Lamine Yamal goes out there and asserts his dominance. Now, Mbappe did very well in the last Clasico. Guys, at this point, I'm kind of starting to lose words for how good this kid is because I'm looking at the timeline of what he's done this season, how much he's going to do next season from the go. And, it's the game is so back. The game is so back to watch him play. We don't need to. All these players in the last couple years, attackers, everybody wants to say this guy got this many stats and this many this, and that's why he's the best player in the world. It's so refreshing to watch a player and you don't care goals, assist. You see it and you say he's the best player in the world. Easy. Not even like a debate. Because at this point, from what we've seen from this kid all year, year and a half now, I think it's undebatable. I think it's undoubtedly he's the best player in the world. I think if you were to ask all these footballers in the world right now, they would all say it's Lamine Yamal. I do. I think at this point, it's like, it's it. We don't got to say anything else. So, I don't know. At this point, guys, I just want to say this because I watched this game today. I'm like so impressed. He's must-watch TV. He's must-watch TV, you know? And I think we're all in for something very special for the next 10 years, at least. You know, I think the amount this kid is going to improve, it's really scary, bro. You know, when he fixes up some of these finishes he's hitting the post, when he continues to increase his vision, his understanding, I mean, imagine you say this. He is going to get a Ballon d'Or at 17 years old. Nobody can fucking guard him, and he's 17, guys. Guys, do you know how many great players all time, if you were to look at the top 100 footballers of all time, how many of them weren't even debuting at 17 years old yet? And this kid might win the best player in the world award? I mean, how many players have we even seen that have done this at this age? Have been this good at this age? Do you look at like R9, Neymar, Mbappe was starting, but these guys, none of them were doing it. You know, I look at the Premier League and La Liga. Is those two are the marquee leagues. And for him to be the best player on Barcelona, who is top 3 team in the world this year, nah, man. He's top 2, top 3 player on the Spanish national team, who's the best team in the world. It's so freakish. The only other player I can think of, and it's so long ago now, that at this age was doing this is Pele. That's it. You know? And, you know, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. I feel like so lucky. I mean, I think a lot of you guys are also feeling the same. But, you know, to those of us that really love football, it's incredible to watch this, man. So, thank you guys for watching the video. We'll be checking in. We're going to have a couple videos going up this week. And I'm clocking out. Peace.